Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday. My name is Daniel McCrane with McCrane Associates. And small business owners choose to work with us because we help them to increase their profitability, expand their scalability, and solidify their legacy, guaranteed. So, I've been talking a lot about how to increase the value of your business. And today, what I want to do is share a little bit with you about how a particular client's business almost became franchisable. I get in conversations with entrepreneurs frequently where the entrepreneur talks about wanting to franchise their business. And this can be a good route to go if you want to increase the value of your business. It's a little more complicated than most people think it is, though. It's not just as simple as opening another location and then suddenly you have a franchise going on. There's a little more to it than that. So I want to kind of explain a little bit about what happened with this client, and I have to keep the details under wraps quite a bit here because it would be pretty obvious who it was if I mentioned too much in the way of details. So what I can say is I was working with a client who had a very unique service. No one else in the state of Iowa offered this kind of a service. Uh, and so it was something that could be duplicatable. It was a service that could be offered by other people who had a connected interest in the well-being of the target audience of the ideal client. So I can say it that way. We were working on trying to get the processes and systems in place, getting everything ready to go. Um, he knew all the different laws of every single state and regulations related to the business. So everything was all in place. Everything was there. And what we needed to do was just get really solid on some of the systems and processes. And that's where we sort of ran into some problems. We weren't able to get everything completely in place the way that it needed to be. But there were elements of the business that were highly duplicatable and would be very easy to pick up and put someplace else. Someone else could have offered that exact same service very easily. Now, here's the other part of this, though. It's not just enough to have those systems and that duplicatable process to be able to pick it up and move it somewhere else. That's fine if you're going to expand, if you're just going to open another location. There's more to the story if you're going to try to franchise, though. There are different types of agreements that you need to have. There are other types of laws that you need to take a look at. You need to have the pricing structure set up correctly between the franchisor and the franchisee. You have to have the support in place, not only to duplicate your operations and move it someplace else, but also to duplicate your marketing and be able to move it someplace else to another location. And there are companies that specialize. There are lawyers out there who specialize in franchising, who understand the agreement structure, how to set up the paperwork, any kind of licensing or anything else that you would need to have for that franchise to operate. And it's always a good idea to consult with someone who really knows what they're doing. Now, here at McCrane Associates, I'm going to say this is not something that we do. We help you get everything set up so your systems and processes and marketing and everything else can be duplicatable. We do that. What we do not do is all the legal stuff that's necessary to be able to franchise your business to someone else. We do have some partners that we work with. I could definitely make a recommendation to you if that's something you'd like to look into. Let me go ahead and put my name and phone email address and phone number up here. So if you want to reach out, I'd be happy to make an introduction to you to someone who knows how to do that because it can be a very lucrative way to grow your business. You get to expand into other locations. Your the workload that you do is going to change, but it's not going to be the same amount of work as if you were trying to open a new location yourself. So with those franchise fees coming in, the revenue sharing, or however you end up structuring your franchise, it can be a way to expand the business and have some more revenue coming in with less effort than it would be if you were to open new locations by yourself and be completely corporate owned. So if you look at different types of chains around the country, there are two different approaches. One is franchise model, where you've got local business owners who own that business, and then they pay the franchise fees, the royalties to be able to use the name, the service, and the products. Or you've got completely corporate owned, where the corporation has expanded and opened new stores and new locations. So those are the two options. But like I said, if you want an introduction to someone to be able to set up the franchise referral, at least have a consultation about what that could look like, be happy to make an introduction to you. All right, so went a little longer than I thought I was going to. Thought I was wrapping this one up quickly, but anyway, I'm going to stop there. And so with that, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in the next video.